नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी लोगों का मेरे इस न्यू वीडियो में और आपके अपने YouTube चैनल मज़ेदार रीडिंग में। क्या दोस्तों आप लोगों को रीडिंग में दिक्कत आती है? तो आपकी समस्याओं को दूर करेगा कौन? मैं। क्या आप लोग दोस्तों एक ही चैप्टर को 3 4 5 दिन तक लेके बैठे रहते हैं और तब भी कंप्लीट नहीं होता रीडिंग उसका? तो उसको आपको जल्दी से रीडिंग कौन करवाएगा विद इन 30 40 या 50 मैक्सिमम 50 मिनट्स? देखो, मैं इतना टाइमिंग इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि किसी किसी चैप्टर में ज़्यादा टाइम लग जाता है, किसी किसी चैप्टर में कम टाइम लगता है। तो 30 से 50 मिनट्स में अप्रॉक्स रहता है। तो ये रीडिंग आपको जल्दी से कौन करा देगा विद इन 30 to 50 मिनट्स? मैं। आप लोगों को दोस्तों रीडिंग करने में बोरियत फील होती है, तो आपके इस बोरियत को कम कौन करेगा? मैं। दोस्तों मैं आप लोगों के लिए रीडिंग करके दूंगा चैप्टर। आप लोगों को बस सोफे पे लेटना है या बेड पे लेटना है और आराम से कान लगा के सुनना है केवल। ठीक है, कान में ईयरफोन लगाइए, हेडफोन लगाइए, जो लगाना है लगाइए, बस आपको सुनाई देना चाहिए रीडिंग। ठीक है, और मोबाइल में देखते रहिए। ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आधा घंटे का काम है, 50 मिनट का काम है, 40 मिनट का काम है, और अगर आप स्पीड फास्ट कर लेंगे तो और कम मिनट का काम है। चलिए दोस्तों, तो बिना किसी आपके टाइम वेस्ट किए शुरू करते हैं। यू हैव ऑलरेडी लर्नड अर्लियर दैट इंडिया इज़ अ वास्ट कंट्री विद वेरिड लैंड फॉर्म्स. What kind of terrain do you live in? If you live in the plains, you are familiar with the vast stretches of plain land. In contrast, if you live in hilly regions, the rugged terrain with mountains and valleys are common features. In fact, our country has practically all major physical features of the earth, that is, mountains, plains, deserts, plateaus, and islands. The land of India displays great physical variation. Geologically, the peninsular plateau constitutes one of the ancient landmasses on the Earth's surface. It was supposed to be one of the most stable land blocks. It was supposed to be one of the most stable land blocks. The Himalayas and the northern plains are the most recent landforms. From the view of geology, Himalayan mountains form an unstable zone. The whole mountain system of Himalaya represents a very youthful topography with high peaks, deep valleys, and fast-flowing rivers. The northern plains are formed of alluvial deposits. The peninsular plateau is composed of igneous and metamorphic rocks with gently rising hills and wide valleys. Major physiographic divisions. The physical features of India can be grouped under the following physiographic divisions. Number 1, the Himalayan mountains. Number 2, the northern plains. Number 3, the peninsular plateau. Number 4, the Indian desert. Number 5, the coastal plains. Number 6, the islands. तो ये सारे 6 हैं. The Himalayan mountains. The Himalayas, geologically young and structurally fold mountains, stretch over the northern borders of India. These mountain ranges run in a west-east direction from the Himalayas to the Indus, from the Indus to the Brahmaputra. The Himalayas represent the loftiest and one of the most rugged mountain barriers of the world. They form an arc which covers a distance of about 2400 kilometers. Their width varies from 400 km in Kashmir to 150 km in Arunachal Pradesh. The altitudinal variations are greater in the eastern half than those in the western half. The Himalaya consists of 3 parallel ranges in its longitudinal extent. A number of valleys lie between these ranges. The northernmost range is known as the Great or Inner Himalayas or the Himadri. It is the most continuous range consisting of the loftiest peaks with an average height of 6,000 meters. It contains all prominent Himalayan peaks. The folds of the Great Himalayas are asymmetrical in nature. The core of this part of Himalayas is composed of granite. It is perennially snowbound and a number of glaciers descend from this range. The names of the glaciers and passes that lie in the Great Himalaya. अच्छा, ये फाइंड आउट करने बोले तो आप लोग इसको फाइंड आउट करें. माउंट एवरेस्ट हाईएस्ट पीक है दोस्तों, 8848.60 मीटर्स है ना अभी शायद से इसका हाइट. 8848 मीटर्स है, यहाँ पे दिखा रखा है दोस्तों. ठीक है, कहाँ गया? चलिए, और बाकी सारे पीक्स की भी आपको यहाँ पे जानकारी दे रखी है, आप लोग इसको देख सकते हैं. कंचनजंगा इंडिया में पड़ता है 8598 मीटर्स. मकालू नेपाल में पड़ता है 8481 मीटर्स. धौलागिरी नेपाल में पड़ता है 8172 मीटर्स. नंगा पर्वत इंडिया में पड़ता है 8126 मीटर्स. अन्नपूर्णा पीक नेपाल में पड़ता है 8078. नंदा देवी इंडिया 7817. कामेत इंडिया 7756. नंदा देवी याद रखिएगा दोस्तों, इंडिया 7817। नामचा बड़वा इंडिया 7756। गुरला मंधाता नेपाल 7728। तो ये सब मीटर आप लोग देखा। हाइट आपके लिए ज़रूरी नहीं दोस्तों, आप लोग ये बस जान के रखिए कौन कौन सा माउंटेन किस कंट्री में पड़ता है, कौन कौन सा पीक कौन कौन सा माउंटेन पीक ऑफ हिमालयाज किस कंट्री में पड़ता है, तो आपके लिए बहुत है दोस्तों, ठीक है। चलिए बस माउंट एवरेस्ट का हाइट याद रखिएगा और कंचनजंगा का, बाकी आपको मन करे तो याद कीजिए, नहीं मन करे तो मत कीजिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ठीक है। चलिए, the range lying to the south of the Himadri forms the most rugged mountain system and is known as Himachal or Lesser Himalaya. The ranges are mainly composed of highly compressed and altered rocks. The altitude varies between 3700 meters and 3700 and 4500 meters, and the average width is of 50 km. While the Pir Panjal range forms the longest and the most important range, the Dhauladhar and the Mahabharat ranges are also prominent ones. The range consists of the famous valley of Kashmir, the Kangra and the Kullu valley in Himachal Pradesh. This region is well known for its हिल स्टेशन। ये हिमालयस दिखा रखा है दोस्तों, ठीक है, ये आप देख सकते हैं। यहाँ पमीर नॉट है, हिंदू कुश, कुनलुन माउंटेन, सुलेमान रेंज, ठीक है। अच्छा, ये क्या दिखा रखा है, द कंगरा एंड द कुल्लू वैली इन हिमाचल प्रदेश, ये भी देख लीजिएगा दोस्तों। फेमस वैली ऑफ कश्मीर भी है। द आउटर मोस्ट रेंज ऑफ द हिमालयाज इज कॉल्ड द शिवालिक्स। दे एक्सटेंड ओवर अ विड्थ of 10 to 50 km and have an altitude varying between 900 and 1100 meters. These ranges are composed of unconsolidated sediments brought down by rivers from the main Himalayan ranges located far north. These valleys are covered with thick gravel and alluvium. These valleys are covered with thick gravel and alluvium. The longitudinal valley lying between Lesser Himalaya and the Shivaliks are known as Duns. Dehradun, Kotli Dun and Patli Dun are some of the well-known duns. तो आप लोग देख सकते हैं इसको, यहाँ पे दिखा रखा है दोस्तों रिलीफ फीचर्स, ठीक है। यहाँ पे उसकी हाइट दे रखी है और यहाँ पे दिखा रखा है कि कौन कौन से जगह पे क्या क्या कौन कौन से माउंटेन है, जैसे लद्दाख रेंज, जस्कर रेंज, यहाँ पे कैलाश रेंज, कुनलुन माउंटेन्स, हिंदू कुश, पमीर नॉट, सुलेमान रेंज, फिर अरावली रेंज, विंध्या रेंज, सतपुरा रेंज, वेस्टर्न घाट्स, ईस्टर्न घाट्स, ठीक है, छोटा नागपुर प्लेटो, गारो खासी, जंतिया हिल्स, ये सब है ना। ग्रेट इंडियन डेजर्ट इधर है, छोटा नागपुर प्लेटो, ठीक है, नॉर्दर्न सरकार, ये सब दिखा रखा है दोस्तों। चलिए, और अनाई मुदी जो है ना, यहाँ दिखा रखा है, ये हाईएस्ट पीक है वेस्टर्न घाट्स की। हाँ, ये क्या दिखा रखा है, ये हिमालयाज़ का पिक्चर दिखा रखा है आपको यहाँ पे। Besides the longitudinal divisions, the Himalayas have been divided on the basis of regions from west to east. These divisions have been demarcated by river valleys. For example, the part of the Himalayas lying between Indus and Satluj has been traditionally known as Punjab Himalaya, but it is also known regionally as Kashmir and Himachal Himalaya from west to east respectively. The part of the Himalayas lying between Satluj and Kali rivers is known as Kumaon Himalayas. The Kali and Tista rivers demarcate the Nepal Himalayas, and the part lying between Tista and Dihang rivers is known as the Assam Himalayas. There are regional names also in these broad categories. Find out some regional names of the Himalayas. तो ये सब लोग देख लीजिएगा. The Brahmaputra marks the easternmost boundary of the Himalayas. Beyond the Dihang Gorge, the Himalayas bend sharply to the south and spread along the eastern boundary of India. They are known as the Purvanchal or the Eastern Hills and Mountains. These hills running through the northeastern states are mostly composed of strong sandstones, which are sedimentary rocks covered with dense forests. They mostly run as parallel ranges and valleys. The Purvanchal comprises the Patkai Hills, the Naga Hills, and the Naga Hills, the Manipur Hills, and the Mizo Hills. तो ये Mizo Hills की पिक्चर दिखा रखी है आपको यहाँ दोस्तों. The Northern Plain has been formed by the interplay of the three major river systems, namely the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra along with their tributaries. This plain is formed of alluvial soil. The deposition of alluvium in a vast basin lying at the foothills of the Himalayas over millions of years formed this fertile plain. It spreads over an area of 7 lakh square kilometer. The plain being about 2400 kilometer long and 240 to 320 kilometers broad is a densely populated physiographic division with a rich soil cover combined with adequate water supply and favorable climate. It is agriculturally a productive part of India. The northern plains यहाँ पे दिखा रखा है दोस्तों, ऐसे होते हैं. The rivers coming from northern mountains are involved in depositional work. In the lower course, due to gentle slope, the velocity of the river decreases, which results in the formation of riverine islands. Do you know Majuli in the Brahmaputra river is the largest inhabited riverine island in the world? The river in their lower course split into numerous channels due to the deposition of silt. These channels are known as distributaries. The northern plain is broadly divided into three sections. The western part of the northern plain is referred to as the Punjab plains, formed by the Indus and its tributaries. The larger part of this plain lies in Pakistan. The Indus and its tributaries, the Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Bias and the Satluj originate in the Himalayas. This section of the plain is dominated by the Doabs. Do you know Doab is made up of two words, do meaning two and ab meaning water. Similarly, Punjab is also made up of two words, panj meaning five and ab meaning water. The Ganga plain extends between Ghaggar and Tista rivers. It is spread over North India in Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, partly Jharkhand and West Bengal. In the east, particularly in Assam, lies the Brahmaputra plain. The northern plain are generally described as flat land with no variations in its relief. It is not true. These vast plains also have diverse relief features. According to the variations in relief features, the northern plains can be divided into four regions. The rivers, after descending from the mountains, deposit pebbles in a narrow belt of about 8 to 16 km in width, lying parallel to the slopes of the Shivaliks. It is known as Bhabar. All the streams disappear in this belt. South of this belt, the streams and rivers re-emerge and create a wet, swampy and marshy region known as Terai. This was a thickly forested region full of life. The forests have been cleared to create agricultural land and to settle migrants from Pakistan after partition. Locate Dudhwa National Park in this region. तो आप लोग देखिएगा उत्तर प्रदेश में है दुधवा नेशनल पार्क. The largest part of the northern plains is formed of older alluvium. It lies above the floodplains of the rivers and presents a terrace-like feature. This part is known as Bhangar. The soil in this region contains calcareous deposits locally known as Kankad. The newer younger deposits of the floodplains are called Khadar. They are renewed almost every year and so are fertile, thus ideal for intensive agriculture. The Peninsular Plateau is a tableland composed of the old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. It was formed due to the breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land and thus making it a part of the oldest landmass. The plateau has broad and shallow valleys and round hills. The plateau consists of two broad divisions, namely the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The part of the Peninsular Plateau lying to the north of the Narmada River, covering a major area of the Malwa Plateau, is known as the Central Highlands. The Vindhyan Range is bounded by the Satpura Range on the south and the Aravalis on the northwest. The further westward extension gradually merges with the sandy and rocky desert of Rajasthan. The flow of the rivers draining this region, namely the Chambal, Sindh, Betwa and Ken, is from southwest to northeast. This thus indicating the slope. The Central Highlands are wider in the west but narrower in the east. The eastward extensions of this plateau are locally known as the Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand. A waterfall in Chota Nagpur Plateau, ये दिखा रखा है दोस्तों, देख लीजिए. The Chota Nagpur Plateau marks the further eastward extension drained by the Damodar River. The Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass that lies to the south of the river Narmada. The Satpura Range flanks its broad base in the north. while the Mahadev, the Kaimur Hills and the Maikal range from its eastern extensions. Locate these hills and ranges in the physical map of India. The Deccan Plateau is higher in the west and slopes gently eastwards. An extension of the plateau is also visible in the northeast, locally known as the Meghalaya, Karbi Anglong Plateau and North Kachar Hills. It is separated by a fault from the Chotanagpur Plateau. These prominent hill ranges from the west to east are the Garo, the Khasi and the Jaintia hills. The Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats mark the western and the eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau respectively. Western Ghats lie parallel to the western coast. They are continuous and can be crossed through passes only. Locate the Thar, the Bhor and Pal Ghats in the physical map of India. ये सब देख सकते हैं दोस्तों आप लोग. The Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Their average The Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Their average elevation is 900 to 1600 meters. 900 to 1600 meters, and as against 600 meters of the Eastern Ghats. The Eastern Ghats stretch from the Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiris in the south. The Eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular and dissected by rivers draining into the Bay of Bengal. The Western Ghats cause orographic rain by facing the rain-bearing moist winds to rise along the western slopes of the Ghats. The Western Ghats are known by different local names. The height of the Western Ghats progressively increases from north to south. The highest peaks include the Anaimudi 2695 meters and the Doda Beta 2637 meters. Mahendragiri 1501 meters is the highest peak of the Eastern Ghats. Chevroy Hills and the Javadi Hills are located to the southeast of the Eastern Ghats. Locate the famous hill stations of Udaga Mandalam, popularly known as Ooty, and the Kodaikanal. One of the distinct features of the peninsular plateau is the black soil area known as Deccan Trap. This is of volcanic origin, hence the rocks are igneous. Actually, these rocks have denuded over time and are responsible for the formation of black soil. The Aravalli Hills lie on the western and northwestern margins of the peninsular plateau. These are highly eroded hills and are found as broken hills. They extend from Gujarat to Delhi in a southwest to northeast direction. The Indian Desert. The Indian Desert lies towards the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. It is an undulating sandy plain covered with sand dunes. This region receives very low rainfall between 150 mm, below 150 mm per year. It has arid climate with low vegetation cover. Streams appear during the rainy season. Soon after they disappear into the sand as they do not have enough water to reach the sea. Luni is the only large river in this region. Barchans crescent-shaped dunes cover larger areas, but longitudinal dunes become more prominent near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. If you visit Jaisalmer, you may go to see a group of barchans. The coastal plains, बरखान भी बोलते हैं इसको दोस्तों, कहीं पे इसको, ठीक है, याद रखिएगा इसको, जरूरी नहीं बरचांस ही बोले. The coastal plains. The peninsular plateau is flanked by a stretch of narrow coastal strips running along the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on the east. The western coast, sandwiched between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea, is a narrow plain. It consists of three sections. The northern part of the coast is called the Konkan, Mumbai to Goa. The central stretch is called the Kannad plain, while the southern stretch is referred to as the Malabar coast. The coastal plains, figure 2.8 में दिखा रखा है यहाँ पे दोस्तों, यहाँ पे. The plains along the Bay of Bengal are wide level. In the northern part, it is referred to as the Northern Sarkar, while the southern part is known as the Coromandel coast. Large rivers such as the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri have formed extensive delta on this coast. Lake Chilika is an important feature along the eastern coast. Do you know the Chilika Lake is the largest saltwater lake in India? It lies in the state of Odisha, to the south of the Mahanadi Hills, to the south of the Mahanadi Delta. The islands, you have already seen that India has a vast mainland. Besides this, the country has two groups of islands. Can you identify these island groups? Locate the Lakshadweep Islands. Locate the Lakshadweep Island group lying close to the Malabar coast of Kerala. This group of islands is composed of small coral islands. Earlier they were known as Laccadive, Minicoy and Amendive. In 1973 these were named as Lakshadweep. It covers small area of 32 square kilometers. Kavaratti Island is the administrative headquarters of Lakshadweep. This island group has great diversity of flora and fauna. The Pitti Island, which is uninhabited. The Pitti Island, which is uninhabited, has a bird sanctuary. Corals. Coral polyps are short-lived microscopic organisms which live in colonies. They flourish in shallow, mud-free and warm waters. They secrete calcium carbonate. The coral secretion and their skeletons from coral deposits in the form of reefs. They are mainly of three kinds: barrier reef, fringing reef and atolls. The Great Barrier Reef of Australia is a good example of the first kind of coral reefs. Atolls are circular or horseshoe shaped coral reefs. Now you see the elongated chain of islands located in the Bay of Bengal extending from north to south. These are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They are bigger in size and are more numerous and scattered. The entire group of islands is divided into two broad categories: the Andaman in the north and the Nicobar in the south. It is believed that these islands are elevated portion of the submarine mountains. These island groups are of different strategic importance for the country. There is great diversity of flora and fauna in this group of islands too. These lands lie close to equator and experience equatorial climate and has thick forest cover. Do you know India's only active volcano is found on Barren Island in Andaman and Nicobar group of islands? A detailed amount of different physiographic units highlights the unique features of each region. It would, however, be clear that each region complements the other and makes the country richer in its natural resources. The mountains are the major sources of water and forest wealth. The northern plains are the granaries of the country. They provide the base for early civilizations. The plateau is a storehouse of minerals which has played a crucial role in the industrialization of the country. The coastal region and island groups provide sites for fishing and port activities. Thus, the diverse physical features of the land have immense future possibilities of development. इसी के साथ दोस्तों ये चैप्टर हो जाता है कंप्लीट. हम लोगों ने कितने देर में कंप्लीट किया है? हम लोगों ने 23 मिनट्स 15 सेकंड में कंप्लीट कर लिया दोस्तों. तो देख रहे हैं आप लोग कैसे 25-30 मिनट के अंदर आराम से ज्योग्राफी कंप्लीट हो जा रही है दोस्तों. तो इसी प्रकार आप लोग बने रहें. आप लोग का बने रहने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. और मैं ट्राई करूँगा दोस्तों कि इसी प्रकार आपकी मदद कर सकूँ हमेशा. और आप लोगों को अगर लग रहा है कि आपकी रीडिंग में हेल्प हो पा रही है, आप लोग लेटे लेटे आराम से वीडियो देख सकते हैं, तो आप लोग लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करके मेरा उत्साह जरूर बढ़ाएं दोस्तों. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. थैंक यू एंड हैव अ नाइस डे. मेरे बेस्ट विशेष हमेशा आपके साथ रहते हैं दोस्तों.